best gloves by far. Alright, so this already has one coat of Flex Bond and Mod Podge. Mix 50-50 with water. I think what I'm going to do now is reapply it and make sure there isn't like any crevices that are like too saturated, and make sure I saturated everything else that hasn't been saturated. Because you just saw me saturate the whole thing in another video. Unless you're watching it right now, because you haven't, and haven't uploaded the other video yet. Anyway. Careful. Splash some. I honestly don't know the best way to hold this. And I have made such a mess here. I can literally take it just off the bucket. Slip a little from there. I mean, that's kind of like all I got left anyway. Just like everything that's dripping. But, yeah. Let's see how this goes. The shitty thing about working with white foam and a white brush on primer, you don't really know where you missed until it absorbs all your paint. I think I'm just going to start on one side and work my way around. Work my way around. So the whole thing just falls over. Man, when you make budget wig stands, helmet stands, whatever this is, you really get what you pay for. This is a paper towel holder from the dollar store, and this is like a, honestly I think it's like a jewelry kind of like head thing from Amazon, and you can order it from like a 2-pack on Amazon for I think like somewhere between $12 and $20. I can't remember off the top of my head. And yeah, you really get what you pay for, because they just do not stand unless you got it like I got my other stuff displayed there. I'm doing this like you guys can see, but you can't. Go look at my other videos, because I just moved and I got everything set up. And it's amazing. It's not even set up yet. It's like, I don't even know what you'd call it. 50%? I feel safe in calling it 50% set up. I will never be at 100. Definitely never. And I feel like a lot of people never get to 100% like satisfied with whatever their setup display is. Especially if you're somebody who has like a lot of stuff that's just kind of soft, like not rigid armor or like impressive headpieces or whatever. Yeah, you probably got your shit like just stuffed in a box somewhere. And it's okay, because I've got right behind me a wall of 5 and 5, 10 boxes full of soft bits. I feel you. I feel you. You know how much of it I wear? Two? Well, one takes up 2 of the 10 and the other one takes up 1. So 3 of 10 boxes I actually showcase. You know why I don't wear the other one? It's just not impressive. I mean, like, I have a Sesshomaru armor, right? It took me a long time to, like, perfect. And, you know how many Inuyasha cosplays that I saw at my last convention? 1. Yep. It was a Sango. She didn't even want to take pictures with me. Is because I had my daughter with me and she was cosplaying as Inuyasha with my Sesshomaru. Sango just walked right past us. It was like, shit, man, let's get a picture. Bye. It's gotta be the beard. I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. I'm almost positive that me doing this with the glue, it will leave that texture in some of the spots, but everywhere else it just kind of like flow and even out on its own. It's pretty watered down, and this is the second coat, so here's hoping. I've never had this many like separate strands. I think I should have saturated that a little bit more. I don't know if you can see or not, but like this bucket that I've got everything propped on has a little lip on the bottom. And that's for a lot of like the water mixed up. Wow, actually a lot of water. It's awesome because I need to make sure all of this is sealed up. Because if I go to paint and it's not sealed up, it's just going to suck it all up. The paint is just going to, the porous foam, it's going to suck up all the paint pigment. So you get splotches and you end up having to do an extra 2 to 3 coats of paint over the whole thing if you want it all evenly colored. That's even if you're using an airbrush. Don't even get me started on just a regular paintbrush. So yeah, if you're ever wondering why people harp so much on sealing, Plastidip or Mod Podge or whatever other kind of sealing method that you do, I mean, you gotta hit it up. That too. I'm using a chip brush because this is supposed to be hair. Fingers are stuck to the thing. Yeah, it's supposed to be hair, so I wanted to have like some elements of realism, even though you can clearly tell by like the huge strands that it's not a hair. But who would have guessed that? Yeah, I'm just taking care of like extra tension over this because yeah, I know you can never get that enough. I lost count like how many individual strands of hair that I actually glued and bundled up into this wonderful little joy. I honestly don't even know how I'm going to get paint onto every single one of these. Probably just the same as I'm doing it right now where I'm sealing it. But now I'm worried because I see it's starting to dry towards the part where like the bunch gets tighter and tighter, like right here. What I don't want is for all of it to clump at once and you be able to like tell it's foamy. Stop to that. I don't even know what I just said. I have to have the paint penetrate every single one of these strands because otherwise gluing every single one on individually was just kind of a big waste of time, wasn't it? Weird. put it in the video description because I kind of make those like at will before my video's ever posted of how I think these things are going to be. With this one, I had zero clue what I was doing. Zero. Like if there was a hint ever, a hint of like, oh man, you should do this, I didn't get that hint. Yep. Just about out of glue. That's okay because most of this is covered, I think. You really can't see this at all. Is that right? You know, another worry I had was that this foam helmet that I've got it all kind of fabricated off of is gonna fall apart, and the only thing keeping it together was all these tiny little strands. I mean, is that realistic? I guess if I were like walking around and it was like 100 degrees outside and all the hot glue melted. But not with this. And you'll never catch me outside wearing this in 100 degrees. Actually, truth be told, if there were 100 degrees outside, if you did catch me outside, I'll be wearing nothing. Because it's 100 degrees outside. Oh, back up here. I'm not done painting you. Oh, we got a straggler. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna be super pissed if I get to the paint and you can't see all these details. But my tendency is I always rush the details pre-paint. So, and it's all under the guise of like, you know, whatever, like you're a good enough painter, you can hide all your mistakes. Nah, I'm not that good. I can't hide my mistakes. I can't hide shit for shit. But here, with this project, the only mistake I really made was kind of just mismanaging the orientation of the spikes, because they go up a little bit more than out. Oh, now look, I added too much glue. I hit some of the details. Let's just brush those back out. That's alright. There we go. Much better. Well, now that I know they're all sealed, it makes me feel a little bit comfortable. And it's not clumping either. That means I added enough water so that it kind of flows into the recesses. I just have to make sure that like all the brush strokes are going in the way of the spikes, because then it'll really look like it's back there. Or an owl. I nicknamed this the owl crown because somebody told me like it's kind of what Rengoku's wig looks like. Well, Rengoku's hair. Yeah. this everywhere, that's okay. I think by the time that dries, you'll be able to see all of those striations. But I wasn't able to get back here unless I got like a wood burning tool to score in lines. I've been patient enough with this project already. There's no way I have time to do that, just none. Oh, there we go. That's nice. Check that out. The glued that's dried leaves a little bit of a striation there. As long as I don't get these pits. Yeah, there we go. Good, now as long as it doesn't stick to this face. Good. It's a little bit thicker on the right side than it is on the left. I think that'll solve itself. Nice. That's cool. Look at that. Burning the shit. Alright, I have been working on that side for a while. Something that's switching my grip. I'm gonna skip an ad playing the ear right now from YouTube. I think it's from a movie, so even if I did block it, do no good because it would replace it with whatever the next movie is. Man, I'm getting glue all over my shirt. It's kind of upsetting. Oh, there we go. I don't want a stipple. I want the texture up front. I want something smoother. There we go. Beautiful. That's what I want. Done. That's going to stick to the bucket, but that's okay because as soon as I lift it up, it's going to be good. It's going to be stuck in place like the orientation. find it, right? And I didn't, because this is not sitting the way that I thought it was going to be. That kind of go. Come on, man. Cooperate with me. That's better. Okay. Let's try that again. Places I got little strands. We're gonna tuck those in a little bit. Taking all the glue clumps. It's only a couple. And so on the side. So there's spots where they'll pull. And it's fine because tomorrow when I come back to check on this, those little pools, wherever they are, when I pop them and then I kind of brush them out. Amazing. Just more detail. Unintentional detail. All these little strands that I like cut in. Kind of sucks, you can't tell it. Let's see, maybe I can push some apart this way. for the night, guys. For all 5 of you who hung out. Ha, just kidding. Got maybe 0. For the unlucky 1 of you hung out with me tonight. Much appreciated. Stick around for the paint.